haven't done this in a while. Hopefully you can hear me well. I thought I'd talk about what it's been like the past year and a half being transgender in the army, the IDF. I serve at the IDF spokesperson's unit as a female, and yeah, well, it's been an eventful year, and I didn't get to do many videos because well, I don't know why. Basically, I'm lazy, and I was living in a place where I wasn't really comfortable making videos. And now I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment, so hopefully I'll start making videos again soon. Also before I go on tea, which is kind of important to me. I don't have many subscribers and stuff, but I want to do some videos anyway, so I can look back at them in the future and see what I used to be like and what I'm like now. I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, being in the army, well, I first got to the army identifying as genderqueer, and basically around boot camp I had a mental breakdown, I guess you can call it. I was obviously in girls boot camp, and it was really hard. Being around girls all the time, and the showers and the sleeping situation, and I don't know, I felt really super uncomfortable, and I had no one to talk to about it. Since the commanders in boot camp are only there for the duration of boot camp, like 3 weeks, it's not that long. I didn't see like the point in talking to them about it. I just wanted to get through it and be done with it and get to my unit, and there I was hoping everything would be better. But I don't know, even though it was only 3 weeks, I was having a really hard time with it, and I got to my unit really broken down, and people will obviously be referring to me in female pronouns because they didn't know any other way, and I didn't correct them at first because I still wasn't 100% sure that's what I want. I didn't really understand why the mental breakdown thing really happened. I knew bootcamp was hard. I knew it was hard being around these girls all the time. I knew it was hard, like the shower thing and everything, but I thought, okay, it's because I'm genderqueer and I don't really fit in, but I didn't really get that it means something beyond that, and it took me a few months to accept that. Even though I still self-identify as genderqueer, I guess I am leaning more to the FTM side. I do want to go on hormones, I do want to be perceived as male, at least most of the time. And yeah, so that was the first period I had in the army. Then when I got to my unit, as I said, the first few months I didn't do anything about it, but as soon as I realized that's what I really wanted, it was around my 20th birthday. I remember it because on my birthday I was sitting in the like smoking part of our roof, where people go out and smoke, and I was sitting there and I was writing on my phone. So the music is super distracting. Okay. I was sitting there and I was writing on my phone in the phone system I'm managing, and I wrote what I wanted for my 20th birthday, and it started with a list of stupid stuff like things I want to accomplish until my 21st birthday, and eventually I got to a list of one item, like I don't care if I'll have a girlfriend or boyfriend, I don't care if I get the stuff I want, like material stuff. All I care about is I want to be a man, and I mean I want to be perceived as a man. And as soon as I realized that, I went inside and I was talking to a really good friend that I don't know, I only knew him for 2 or 3 months at that point, but I knew I could talk to him about anything because he's a really accepting person and he was really nice. And oh, I'm about to run out of battery, that's not good. Well, so I went and I talked to him, and I realized while talking to him, I told him what I've written, and I told him how I feel, and I realized that's what I want. I want people to refer to me in a male way. Like in Hebrew, it's not only male pronouns, it's everything you say, like verbs and everything has a female way and a male way of saying it. So it's like the language thing is really prominent in Hebrew. So I wanted people to refer to me in male pronouns in a male way more than anything I wanted at that point. So took me another month or two, but I decided I will do it. And I started with my I'm not really sure how to do that, how to say it. It's like the person when I got to the unit, she was in charge of teaching me the ropes and everything, and so she wasn't like my commander, but she was in charge of my like my professional learning stuff. I don't know how to say it in English, I'm sorry. So I started with her and I talked to her about it, and she offered to refer to male pronouns without me asking. I just told her how I felt and she offered, and that was amazing. And basically it started this whole road that I went down, that I'm now far down. She started referring to me in male pronouns when we were just the two of us, and basically it felt so good, and I felt so like myself more than anything else, more than anywhere else in the world, that I wanted other people to do it too. And then I started like with my closest friends, and I worked my way up to asking all the people in my, again, I'm not good with army terms in English, like my section, if there's the unit then there are like sections, and my sections, which is the post-production people, I talked to them and basically asked all of them to call me male pronouns, and I told them I'm transgender, and that would make me feel really comfortable. This was like after I've been there for like 6 months, so I knew it would be difficult for some people, and I didn't know if everyone could do it, or so I told them I'm going to talk about myself in my pronouns. I would really love it if you can try at least to call me and to refer to me in male pronouns. If you can't, I get it, but I would love it if you try. And most people did it, and most people were, not most, but a lot of them were really good at that, more than I expected. Some were not, and some still to this day have a hard time with it and get confused a lot, but it's okay, because they try and they accept me for who I am, so that's great. I have had the luck to be in a pretty accepting place at the IDF. It's like the IDF spokesperson, we have a lot of LGBT people, and well, I don't know any other transgender people but myself in the army right now. I know about some people that used to be in the army, that started hormones in the army and stuff like that, because in Israel there's no law against it and it's totally fine, but most transgender people still choose to not go on, and like either choose not to go to the army or choose to not start anything while they're in the army, to not come out. Basically it's because most places have like gender defining bathrooms and bedrooms and stuff like that, but my unit doesn't. We have separate bedrooms if you're staying there, but you can also stay like in a mattress in your office, so that's what I do. And basically, I don't know, I'm really lucky. We have conjoined bathrooms and everything. The only thing I do have a problem with right now is in the army is the uniform. In the IDF we have separate uniform for male and female soldiers, and my uniform is obviously female uniform, but a few months ago I went and talked to my commander about it, and I told him why I have a problem with that. He wasn't surprised because he's heard people talking about me in male pronouns and everything, because a lot of people do it now. And now, like, most of the people in my unit, not only my section of the unit, like all the unit, most of them talk about me in male pronouns, which is awesome. And he's heard people talking about me like that, so he wasn't surprised or anything. But I told him I have a problem with the uniform, and I asked him to get a male uniform, and he's still working on it. But for now, I have an problem to wear like a work uniform, which is unisex, so it's better and it's good. And also he's checking to see if I can get different shoes, like the male shoes, which are higher and they're like more like boots than the women's shoes. And he's checking to see if I can get the male uniform as soon as I start T, which is another thing. I'm trying to start T in the army. It's taking some time because of the bureaucracy. There's still some bureaucracy since it's not something that has been done a lot. So yeah, it wasn't so easy. I had to go to the army psychologist or psychiatrist for improvement to be able to go to like an outside psychiatrist. But now I've got that improvement, so I've made an appointment for a psychiatrist and an appointment for an endocrinologist, which I'm hoping I can do, like get all the improvements I need and stuff by that time, which is January 21st, which is really close, so it's awesome and I'm super excited. And yeah, so I'm gonna be studying T while I'm in the army, which is I think it's awesome. I think not many people have done it, and I'm excited to know how it goes. I don't think I'll have many problems because, like I said, I don't have many things in my unit that are gender divided, but it's still new and exciting and super, I don't know, it's just awesome. And I'll be talking more about T and my thoughts about it in the future, but I really just wanted to talk a bit about what it was like first coming out in the army and what it's like being trans in the army every day. Like I wear my binder every day to the army now. I used to not do it because even though I had a binder already like for a year now, for most of my army period I had a binder, but at first I wasn't wearing it regularly because I have pretty long work days, like 12 or 14 hours a day, and now that I'm more used to it, I don't really have a problem wearing it for 12 hours a day, and I just try to not wear it more because it's not really healthy. And people are just used to it. People are used to me wearing a binder, they're used to me talking in male pronouns, even if they're not among the people that talk back in male pronouns, they're pretty used to me doing it, so it's good enough for me. I don't know, yeah, I've been talking for a long time, so I'm gonna stop now. This is a super long video, but I haven't done one in a while, so yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching if you did, and have a great week or whatever.